Hi, this is Mark McRae from markmccrae.com, and today I want to talk to you about focus. And it always comes up when I'm talking to people about, how they structure their day or what they can accomplish. And a lot of it is how focused they are on the task at hand. So one of the things to remember about focus is there is only so much of it. There's 100%. Let's imagine there's a circle with 100% there. Now, if you're focused on something and using 100% of your focus, that's it. There is no more. Now, if you want to glance at your emails, that 100% might become 90%, but it's less than 100% focus on whatever you're doing. Now, here's the problem. Whenever you lose that 100% focus, you can't just jump back into 100% focus. It takes time. It might take a minute or two. Sometimes it might take 10, 15 minutes. But when you're in that kind of groove and you're working and someone disrupts you, or the phone rings, or you see something coming through in social media, that's a distraction. And you have to get into the habit of getting rid of all of those distractions. There's no such thing as multitasking, because whatever you're doing, there is only that thing, right? It's very unusual to be doing 2 or 3 things simultaneously because you're working on one thing. So the idea of trying to not only keep yourself focused, but keep your team focused. One of the things I like to try and do is to teach my team how they should work. And for me, for example, I will work in my office, I'll lock the door, and I have a little sign that goes over the handle of the door. So there's a kind of difference. If the door is closed, I'm semi-busy. I can be interrupted. But once that sign goes on the door, no one is allowed in. It's 100%, unless there's an emergency, I can't be interrupted. But also internally, inside the office, everything goes off. I don't have music, I don't have phones, I don't have the internet, I have the internet, but I don't have anything that pings or bongs or whatever. It's just 100% focus on what I'm doing for that period of time. Now, also, I've found that you can't focus inevitably. You can't focus for hours and hours on end. Your mind will start to drift, and it will be different for everyone. So for some people, it might be 30 minutes. That's as much as they can focus uninterrupted. Or it might be 40, 50. For me, it's about 50 minutes. And then subconsciously, I'm already looking at other things. So every 50 minutes, I have a timer set and I take a 10-minute break. So for that 10 minutes, even if I'm in mid-sentence, when the timer goes, I'll stop, I'll get up, I'll walk around, and I'll come back to that thing. Also, I've found that one of the bigger stresses that I have and have seen in other people is when it feels like there's not enough time. And often that's because what they're doing is they've taken on a job or a task or a project, and they think they can do it in a certain amount of time, and it's becoming obvious to them that there isn't enough time to do it. That's where stress comes in. But if you have a project that's well planned, for example, and you've thought it through and you've said, okay, that thing takes about 4 hours or 5 hours. It's going to take me the whole day, right? So how many cycles of that 50 minutes will it take to complete that task? Give yourself enough time to do the job well, to complete the task well, and you won't feel that pressure. But the secret is to be able to focus on what you're doing. And I know that if you're a business owner, it's impossible to say I have one task. There's lots of different things going on. It might be your accounts, it might be staff problems, it might be legal problems, it might be project problems, it could be a whole host of things. But I find it's much more productive to allocate time, put that in some kind of order. This is the most important, and so on, and focus only on that thing and as much time on that thing as you possibly can. For projects that are farther out, they might be weeks or months away, having some kind of timeline. Coders and programmers, they tend to work in teams and sprints, and they tend to have goals and timelines. They're very organized about how they look at projects. And so should you be. So when you're looking at a bigger project, really start planning it down. Most people just jump in there, they get on the computer, they start typing away, and they've got no concept of the overall time required to do it. So focus is about uninterrupted work, I think. I love to listen to music too, but for really important tasks, for me personally, it's about absolute quiet. I know some people like to have music, and certain types of music makes them more productive. But that idea of your brain is only capable of so much. So remember, there only is 100% of focus. And if you're doing two things, it might be you've split your focus 50-50. And if it's three, it might be 33, whatever. But you're going to get most results when you try and keep it to that 100% focus on that one thing. Hope that helped today. If you need help with your business, you can reach me at markmccrae.com. Thanks.